In this video, we're going to look at the top 100 best-selling merch by Amazon t-shirts, and we're going to look at the data, the design data, and hopefully help you learn what sells best on merch by Amazon and use that data to help you get some sales. Let's go. Thanks for joining me on this video. My name is Juna with TShirts. In this video, we're going to look at the top 100 best-selling t-shirts on Amazon with merch by Amazon. So the idea for this video came while I was looking at Pretty Merch Pro Plus, and they have that by default, have all those designs, the best-selling t-shirts, and I thought, I bet there's something we can learn by looking at the top 100. So that's what I did. I took the top 100. I didn't do parodies. I didn't do anything like Disney or Marvel or anything like that. So these are all safe ones that anyone could have done. And we're going to look at the data, but just the design data. So things like what's the best color to use, what kind of topics sell best, and things like that. So you're going to want to stay till the end to see all that data. We're going to look at it as a percentage of 100, and that's why I picked 100, because it's easy to make a percentage. I think this data is really good just to give you an overall feel of what kind of things sell best on Amazon, and so you can kind of guide your design towards that way. And I think especially for brand new sellers on Amazon that don't know what to do for Amazon, this can be a great guide to get out of tier 10. So stay till the end. I'm going to lay it all out. Let's go look at the top 100 designs, merch by Amazon designs right now. So I made this presentation from the data from the top 100 best-selling merch by Amazon shirts. And again, I took this data using Pretty Merch Pro Plus. You could probably use Productor or whatever you want to do your same kind of test on it. But we're going to look at all 100. So here's all 100. I can remove myself here so you can see 100 designs on Amazon. So we're going to take a look at this and ask some questions and get some data from it. So the first question we're going to ask, and it's pretty obvious by looking at this, is color. So what's the best selling color on a t-shirt, at least for these top 100? So let's take a look. So 88% of the top 100 are on black t-shirts. So if you want to give yourself the best chance of selling on merch by Amazon or with merch by Amazon, put your design or make your design on a black t-shirt. You can see a lot of black t-shirts out there that sell really well. That doesn't mean that white t-shirts don't sell, because there are some white t-shirts out there that are selling on merch by Amazon, but by far, the far majority are black. So just to give yourself the best chance. The next thing we want to talk about is graphic or text only. A lot of people ask this question, should I be just doing graphics, or should I just be doing text only, or should I just be doing a combination of both? Well, those that just have text are 18%. So they do sell, but it's a very low percentage of the top 100, right? These are some of them right here. You can see real easy to do if you don't have a design background. You could get a bestseller by just doing text. If you're an artist and don't know what words to use for your design, you can see 18% are just graphics from the top 100. So you can just put a graphic, no words whatsoever. They have to be a graphic that's people want to buy, of course, but still just graphics and no words. But the far majority is text plus graphics. 64% of the top 100 have a combination of both text and graphics. So use that to your advantage. Think of a graphic and a text that goes with it when you're designing t-shirts for merch by Amazon. I would say when you're designing any t-shirt, that's probably the best combo there is, so 64%. The next thing that people like to ask is, should I go after trends or should I go after evergreen designs? Trend designs are things like holidays and things that only pop up maybe once a year, or not even, or just pop up in the news and then are died down, and evergreens sell all year long. So holiday or trend, I kind of bunched them together. You see 37% of them were either a holiday or trend, and they were in the top, like very top of them. You can see right here. As you get lower into the top 100, they kind of fizzle out. And that's because these are the things that are hot on people's minds right now. But the only problem with having a holiday or trend is if I check this list in a month, my guess is all of these that are holiday trends and things will not be in the top 100, right? So they're great for really quick sales, and you probably will, not get the sales later on in the year. The next thing is Evergreens. You can see a far majority of the top 100, 63% of them are evergreen. So all of these will be selling throughout the year. Things like anime and fishing and gaming and things like that, hobbies, funny things and things like that. So you can take a look at these, get some ideas on what things are evergreen. Now don't copy these designs, but just know that evergreen designs are a majority of the top 100 and they can sell throughout the year. So t-shirts like this will definitely be on the top 100 list a lot longer than some of the other ones, the trends in the holidays. So the next graphic thing I wanted to talk about is the layout. How do you lay things out for t-shirt design? And if you look at this, they're all, 80% of them are in a tall rectangle. Let's just take a look at this. I talk about this all the time. It's like a tall rectangle. Very few of them are just on the t-shirt like horizontally, but you can see all of these right here are just trying to fill that tall rectangle space, 80% of them. So if you're trying to design a t-shirt, make sure to fill the space. That gives you a better chance of getting a sale. So the next thing is, what about the words? What about the actual layout of the words? So these words are stacked. And what I mean is they just go first line, second line, third line, however many lines it is, you can see right here. This one, 1, 2, 3, just real easy without anything kind of moving it to the side or anything. You can see you got text, graphic, text, 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 text. So one way to show you that real simple is I did this right here. So these are the kinds of layouts that are selling well on Merch by Amazon. You got a line of text, and a graphic, or a line of text, graphic, line of text. So these are all kind of the same things. You see that's they're words stacked with graphics. Just real easy layout, right? You're not kind of moving things here and moving things there. Some of them do that, but the far majority are just really laid out very simply. Sometimes you have an arc here and then have a, maybe a vintage sunset or some kind of graphic here, but most of them are just laid out like these. These are all examples of how the words are stacked. Regardless of what the words say, this is the design of it, right? You can have words, graphic, and smaller words, and so on. So use this to your advantage. Design your t-shirts like this. It'll give you a lot better chance of getting a sale on Merch by Amazon. The next thing is color. Now we talked about color of t-shirt. Black t-shirts do really well, but what about the color inside of the t-shirt? Of course, if you're gonna do black, you're gonna use white on there because of the contrast. I checked for one color t-shirts. Only 24% of the t-shirts have just one color. So that's a minority. 76% have more than one color. Most of them have at least 2 colors or more. So I'll show you kind of the progression here. When I checked for 1 to 2 colors, only 39% had 1 or 2 colors. That's still in the minority. 1 to 3 colors, now we're shifting over. So I would say you use somewhere between 3 and 5 colors if you can on a t-shirt. Again, colors are going to be tricky, so be very careful with colors. You can see a lot of these are just using 2 or 3 colors in this example, and they still look really good. So as long as you put at least one more color into it, have 2 or 3 colors in there, I think you'll do really well. It's really hard to put lots of color in there, but a lot of them do, like with the vintage sunset and things like that. But just a little pop of color does a lot to make your design stand out. So when designing your t-shirts, make sure to add at least 2 colors. White if you're on a black t-shirt, of course, and then add another pop of color. You can see here with red or yellow or things like that are doing really well here. This is a really broad topic. I noticed that funny t-shirts, all of these are funny t-shirts, and they incorporate 73% of the top 100. So 73% of the top 100 are funny t-shirts. I would say when you're designing a t-shirt for Merch by Amazon, try and do something funny that people would laugh at or find humorous. So you can see here, not all of these are jokes, but these are kind of funny with a dinosaur, right? It's kind of funny. Or have the word y'all or things like that. I have plans in my garage. They're kind of funny. So not all of them have to be jokes. They can be puns. They can just be funny with the way they look and things like that, but funny sales on Merch by Amazon. Now I tried to look for another topic, but they're all over the place, and this is the next biggest topic that I could find is animals, and that's only 26%, so that's not a majority of the shirts, but you can see some of the top animals that are selling are dinosaurs, cats, we got unicorns and dragons and things like that. So if you're wanting to design for animals, those are some of the top animals. Axolotl's another one right here that I missed. So a lot of fun animal t-shirts do well, but they're not in the majority, so you don't have to do animal t-shirts, but they do well on Merch by Amazon. So let's look at the takeaways from all of this. I'm gonna put them all together for you. So if you're looking at the 100 best-selling Merch by Amazon t-shirts to get an idea of what kind of sells on Merch by Amazon or on Amazon, I would say design on a black t-shirt. We saw 88% of the top 100 were on black. Text and graphics, again, put those together, figure out how you're going to put them together. 64% of them were text plus graphics. Evergreen designs were 63% of them, so make sure, especially if you want to sell month after month after month, Evergreen designs will help you do that. So they have this longevity of making some sales, so I would go after Evergreen designs. We saw that trends and holiday designs make sales too, but they will fade away. So if you want the quick sale and things like that, you could do the trend, but just know that they won't last as long as the Evergreen designs. Tall rectangle designs account for 80%, so fill up that space in your shirt, that tall rectangle space that we got. It doesn't have to be all the way to the edge, but you can see that most of them had that shape, that tall rectangle shape. And then words stacked on each other. So just very simple design. You don't have to get too complicated with it. A sentence here, a graphic and a sentence and things like that. Look at those designs that I showed you. Hopefully you took a snapshot, or you can rewind and see how to lay out some of those things. And with color, make sure to use at least one color. So of course, if you're going to do on black t-shirt, you're going to do some white text and then maybe add some pops of color, red and yellow and things like that. And then funny designs take up 73% of the top 100. So if you're going to do some t-shirts for Merch by Amazon, think of some funny things, maybe some puns, some wordplay, some funny graphics and things like that. Those do really well on Merch by Amazon. My hope is that this data will help you create a better design for Merch by Amazon and hopefully get more sales. So that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If this video is really helpful for you, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to this channel already, make sure to hit that subscribe button right there. And before I leave, I wanted to ask a question of the day, and the question of the day is this. What other print-on-demand site would you like me to do a top 100 for? Leave that in the comments below. If you sell on TeePublic, or you sell on Spreadshirt, or Designed by Humans, or Threadless, let me know in the comments. I can check the data for that so you know what's selling the best there as well to help you get some sales. Just kind of get to know the audience for that print-on-demand shop. I think is really helpful. Thanks again for watching this video, and if you want to see more videos like this to help you with your print-on-demand journey, make sure to click on these videos right here. And as always guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.